Alright, so you just bought the GoPro Hero 11 and now you're ready to film with it. However, you don't know which settings to use. As you scroll through, you see so many different options. Should I use 5.3K or is 4K good enough? What about my video's color? Now there's a lot of options, but certain settings work better than others when it comes to cinematic video. What's going on, guys? It's Raymond here. Today I'm going to be giving you the best settings for cinematic video with your GoPro Hero 11. Now before I get into this, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe with notifications turned on so you never miss out on new videos. First things first, I'm going to go over the best settings to use. Then I'll go over some different filming tips for cinematic video. Now one quick tip is to change the front screen layout on your GoPro. I like to have it to where the whole shot fits in the screen. So if you're looking at it, you can correctly line up your shot. Next, let's talk about video resolution and frame rates. If you're going for cinematic video, then you should always be filming in either 4 or 5.3K. The highest resolutions will give you the most cinematic looking video. Now when it comes to frame rates, there's two sides to this, and it all depends on what you're going for. If you're going for more of a movie or documentary style look, then you should lower your frames per second down to 24. This is what Hollywood movies are shot in, and it tends to give you a really rich and cinematic look. However, if you're filming something more adventurous, for example scuba diving or skiing, then you shouldn't have your frame rate this low. People see all of these cool action shots of people skiing or something like a sea turtle swimming underwater, and they ask themselves, how does it look so cinematic? Well, higher frames per second does play a role in this. Slow motion shots can look really cinematic, so 60 or 120 frames per second work great for cinematic action shots. Next, when it comes to field of view, linear is the best way to go. You don't want to be filming in wide if you're going for a cinematic look, and linear is overall the best option. If you want to take it up a notch, you can set it to linear plus horizon leveling. This helps maintain a cinematic look in your shot. Now granted, some of the really wide views can create great shots, but only in the right circumstances. Moving on, you should always have hyper smooth turned on. GoPros have the best in-body stabilization of any camera out there, and you need to be using it to your advantage. Now let's move deeper into your settings. You should have your GoPro's bitrate set on high, as it'll create really sharp video. White balance is also important. If you're outside, or especially if you're underwater, crank up the red channel just a little bit to get some of those colors to pop. However, if you're indoors, you can add more blue to drain out some of the artificial lights. Now let's move on to some filming tips to help you capture cinematic video. One of my favorite shots to do is filming the sunlight through the trees. When slowed down, this footage looks incredibly cinematic, and is such a great way to capture the moment. I use this shot basically every location I'm at to film. Another one I love to use is the close-up water shot. This can be used when you're on a boat or simply just walking next to a body of water. Getting your camera really close to the water creates a really cool perspective in your shot. Now the Hero 11 has introduced some really cool new features when it comes to time lapses. Any time lapse can be cinematic, and the Hero 11 has amped that up. This camera allows for you to create star trails in the sky, as well as with traffic and lights. Using this in a video will definitely keep your audience captivated, and it's plainly one of the coolest features that this camera has. Most of the time when we're using our GoPros, we strive to capture cinematic video, and admittedly so, it can be tough at times, but if you're using the right settings and you know the right tricks, it can become a lot easier. I hope that these settings and recommendations help you create the cinematic video that you want. Alright guys, now that is pretty much gonna wrap up today's video, but before you go, make sure to smash that like button, comment down below what you think, and most importantly subscribe with notifications turned on so you never miss out on awesome videos just like this one. I'm Raymond Tiller, and I'll see you on the next video.